Yeah, so when you tie it in a knot, things get a lot more interesting. Oh, oh, we'll talk about that later. Sorry. We're live. Hi, good evening, everyone. What do you, I don't know where they come from, Joe. God help
Neither
me.
do
I was
I.
just,
That wasn't a wild one.
my mind can go all over the place. But that was, I was kind of being cute there, really, but maybe not. I don't know. Good evening, good evening. A good evening to you.
Hello, everybody. How are you
Hey,
this evening?
hello. Let's see how we do on a Friday night. See if everybody's
Okay.
out partying or people took a nap like myself
Oh,
and got up in a very good mood, even though there's pretty horrific news going on. Leave it to me.
yes,
I
there
left
is
mine
a lot of weird stuff happening in the world. A lot of
in the
weird
whole
stuff.
world, that's for sure.
God,
Are you going to share to my page?
I could.
I want to see, yeah, see what happens. And so then I could just do everybody else. Ah, everybody else. It's just I don't know. I have like 100 different groups on Facebook still, maybe 80. Oh my God, what is that? What is that? Ooh, Tesla. I see. I don't know where lithium is bad. That's
Oh,
what we
yes.
know. But that's what we know. Just doesn't, some things just aren't
Well,
clicking.
there's a lot of it. Supposedly, there's a lot of lithium around the world, but I don't know if
But we
I don't
have
know
a
how they
great
get it.
amount of deposits in apparently North
That's,
Carolina where the flooding was.
yeah,
Now, you have
right?
that one woman saying it was dry as a bone until it got to inland, like Georgia and North Carolina. And that's when it started raining. And that's because I isn't the eye of the storm dry, really? I don't understand the whole thing that she meant. I put her on the other day, but
Mm.
she insisted that it was bone dry in Gainesville, where it should have been pouring. That's the way she put it. And did anybody else say this? And then a lot of people believe it's HARP because it looked like a controlled weather. They do have this. Like I've said before, there are artists. There is at least one artist that I know of that has created clouds inside a room. I think he's been doing it for a handful of years, maybe eight, nine, I'm not sure. And he's not a scientist. Science and arts, they kind of go hand in hand. You got to think outside the box. So that's his art. He takes pictures of the clouds he creates. I mean, I was surprised when the guy put a giant canvas on the floor. It must have been like 8 feet by 5 feet, something huge like that. And he rides his bike with colors on the tires over this canvas, and he gets 10 grand for it. That's bourgeois. That's not real. But if you really want bike tracks on a canvas, you don't have to pay $10, guys. You could $10,000. You could go and buy yourself a couple cans of paint, take an old bike, do it yourself. I guarantee you'd save about 9,000, 750 bucks, maybe more. Canvas is expensive. Canvas they made expensive for us. I remember when I got to Florida, there for a few months, sitting in the doctor's office, and I'm watching the TV, the news is on. I don't remember what news channel it was. I was in Palm Coast at this point, and they're talking about selling a potato. They sold a potato picture, a picture of a spud with just a dark background and a potato for $1 million.
Wow.
$1 million. I'm like, not if Andy Warhol signed it himself would I buy a potato picture. If it was a painting and it was popping out at you 3D, I still would not buy it for 1 million. What is wrong? That's bourgeois. That's money laundering within itself, within the arts. Let me make you co-host before I forget. They
I couldn't
use
share
it.
it to
They
your
have
feed.
always used it, the arts. What? I'm
I
sorry. You
couldn't share
finished
it to your
sharing?
feed. Yeah, I couldn't share to your feed though.
Why not? You couldn't
It
share it to
just
my
it
page?
not to use. I could share it to mine, but to you. It's so weird. That was
Well, after sharing it to yours, you should be able to share it to mine
I
from
oh,
yours. But that's all
yeah.
right. See, that's the things I want to go over. But that's okay. We need a third person, Joe. If anybody's interested in co-hosting,
We do.
we really do. And it's not
It would
nothing
help.
about it's really I just need somebody's and we need help. We really need help with a couple of things. And you could get in on the humor, you could never show yourself live. I don't really care. I just need somebody to help with maybe the community channel once in a while. I mean, everybody has lives, so it's more like pitching in. We're trying to make it as user friendly, as open as possible. For example, I think Sunday, you have off Sunday and Tuesday. I think Sunday, no, maybe Tuesday or next Sunday. I want to give people time to think about it. We are going to have a discussion about the demon reptilians. I'm hoping Dana, um, and Charles, Witham, Helen, Matt. There's a few. Reb. Uh, who else is it? See, it's hard. See, that's a deep topic. Some people just won't accept it, and I'm fine with what Helen says. If it is a demon, it's a demon. So I don't care what you want to call it. Just want people in on it. So maybe we'll do it. We'll give everybody a week's notice. So we could
Okay.
do it like next Sunday. That's a week and a day, right?
Yeah.
Or even next Saturday night. But I want it to be a topic because I was telling Joe before the show, I want you to pretend that you really meet an alien. Really, it won't take 10 seconds out of your time. Imagine something is right in front of you, even though Trump himself is next to it. Mhm. And they come up to you, and it doesn't look right. Kind of looks like us, much taller, thinner, long, whitish hair like Joe, but long.
Gee, thanks. I'm not a
Mine.
reptilian. Uh,
No, 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 no. This isn't reptilians. This isn't reptilians.
oh, okay.
No, no. We don't want to meet any reptilians. We don't
Oh,
want to handle them. We don't want to see
an
pictures.
alien.
I've seen some ugly pictures of some demons they believe are alive that
In
are,
my spaceship.
yeah. But I really want people to suggest to themselves that they're in that position to meet an alien, even next to Trump. I really
That'd be
do.
pretty cool.
All right. And
That'd be
if you
really
don't tell
cool.
me you're not scared shit for that 1 second or so,
I would be. I would
oh
still
yeah.
like to, but I would be
Oh
still be
yes,
scared.
exactly. But you have to, if you're not mentally able to even envision that for a few seconds and get your heart rate up, you're not going to get out of the matrix. You got to practice. This is
It's
shit
pretty freaky.
I've been doing for years, and I still scare myself.
Yeah.
Like I'll go outside in the dark over here. It's like, if there's no moon out, there's no light. It's just like pitch black all over, right? Except for
Mm.
maybe some of the stars.
I'm not afraid
And
of the dark anymore. Used to be, but I'm just not.
not afraid of the.
I mean, I can see.
Is he
I'm
being
not.
facetious? I'm not talking about being afraid of the dog. I mean, I could be afraid of a bear mauling me outside.
Yeah.
Afraid of the dog.
Well,
But no, my point is, it's like I do it to practice.
yeah.
It's a very strange, and you could call me crazy, but I don't care. We are not alone. Even the flat
Yeah.
earthers believe there's other species on
Oh
the
yeah.
earth itself, over the
Oh,
ice
I do.
walls.
I do.
On
I've
the earth,
always believed that. Yeah.
well, that's where the Vril come in. That's where the reptilian dragons come in.
Yeah.
That's where we want to talk about either next.
I think that some of them are even infiltrated into our society. Just don't know.
Kamala Harris has the coldest eyes.
Yes.
No contact lenses, no nothing, nothing could
Maybe.
make like it's not like it's not makeup, it's not contact lenses. It's not right. It's not right, is what it is. Have you checked the chat at all?
Yeah, Sarah says
Hello, Sarah. How's it
that's
going?
she says that reptilians are right up her alley.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
harvesting human for foods. Well, not
Are they?
anymore. And I
Are they?
think that's why we're gonna see some crazy shit, just a little bit like people eating cats.
I believe they were actually the ones that were attacking, doing the cattle mutilations.
Yeah. Oh, I believe that, yeah. That's throughout time we've heard of things like that from
Mm.
old stories of like Beowulf. Beowulf. Like the old. I believe there have been stories about things attacking the animals. Probably perhaps before they knew what they were going to do with us. I don't know. We're definitely not alone. Not alone. So what time is it for Sarah? It's about mid-afternoon for Sarah. It's good afternoon. All right. So what's our first subject? Kemp? You said he's a good Georgian
Yeah,
governor.
he's a Republican, Georgia. He's a Republican governor in Georgia.
Yeah.
Uh,
Take a look at
but
him.
I think I'm up in the air about if he's a good guy or not because a lot of bad things happened in Georgia, and you know what? He's the governor, and he didn't step in, and he didn't say anything. So that's kind of troublesome to me,
What do
you
you
know.
mean? I
And
thought he was at a
they're prosecuting people on the right, left. I mean, just constantly prosecuting us and throwing us in jail. You know, I don't know.
wait,
So I don't know if this guy's good. Go
you
ahead.
mean he didn't stick up for
He did. He did.
Trump?
Yeah, he did. He 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 doesn't. He doesn't. He
Okay.
doesn't.
All right. So you've read both
Different
bad and
things about
good.
him. Yeah.
Right. All right. So
But he
we can
met
up
he
in the air.
Trump met with him today
Hmm.
about the Helene relief to
Right.
see if they could get help.
What
Of course,
relief?
yeah, well, we know FEMA and all the agencies
We're
that are supposed to
bankrupt
help
because money.
yeah, they're the ones that are supposed to help Americans when there are American tragedies, have given all of our money to the illegal alien. This stuff is just not right. Yeah, I know they need help. Okay,
There's a
fine, but we
lot
already
of
gave
things
them
that don't
money.
make sense, guys. You gotta
What,
be
you know,
aware.
how can we help these people that are coming here if we're giving all of our money to Ukraine? It just don't make no damn sense to me. And anyways, they keep telling us all that we're bankrupt. So where are they getting all this money that they keep promising everybody?
I'll
It's
tell you what
mind
they're
blowing.
doing. They're bleeding out the old system. That
Mm,
system of money is never ever going to come back after this year, I believe.
yeah,
We're going to go into Nasara. We're going to go into gold backing. Quantum financial system is a thing.
yeah.
Look it up. BRICS, BRICS is a thing. Please look it up. I didn't lie. Do you
That's
lie, Joseph? Are you a
no,
Joe? Joe, Joe,
Carolyn.
Joe. If you tie it in a knot, I promise you it's very interesting.
She's a weird one. She must need it in
I
a
I love my husband because he would laugh at me.
He
You see,
probably
that's
would.
we just have a very what?
He probably would.
He does. He
That's
does.
so
I
funny.
ask him everything. Hey, John, how does my boobs look? He's not gonna lie to me. Well, you think he wasn't used to it when I was trying to
No.
sell shots to the old vets? No, I took care of them like they were my souls. I took care of my vets. Especially, I
Mhm.
mean, they were always at the bar in the morning. They would be. The late shift would get off 4 o'clock. They'd clean the bar, and guys would be waiting 7, 8 in the morning. Not kidding. Well, I had Jack the Ace used to say, "What? I'm getting my vitamins. I'm drinking my OJ with my vodka." That's all he would drink. And he was a Vietnam vet. He didn't live much longer after they took off his leg. I love my vets. Right, Joe?
Mhm. That's
Joe
true.
is my vet. Joe is a vet.
I'm okay.
I want to take a second to thank all the groups. I'm very shocked with some of the groups, especially some of the bigger groups that accept our type of satire mixed with some news and some conspiracies. There's a lot of groups on Facebook. I'm very pleased to see that even with them, they have like you submit it to the admin first
Right.
and they're allowing it in. And some of these
Yeah.
have like 100, 200,000 people. So I just wanted to take a second to thank you. And I'll take a look and make sure who it is and even thank them personally by group name. Um, I've just noticed a couple. I'm just like, wow, people are opening up to different ideas, is what I think it is. I know I really hate Nancy Pelosi group has been let me in for a long time, so kudos. Um, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
good that Kemp met with Trump.
Yeah, they met to, I mean, 33 people
Even
passed away there,
how 33
Yeah, well, that's what
from
they
Georgia.
said. Yeah.
Reminder, I really want to have a reptilian talk. That will be next weekend either, because I want to give people a week to prepare or know about it. And I'll make a couple of memes. Um, it's going to be a big subject because gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. There's other
There
things.
you go.
I don't want to go on about that, but I just want to keep reminding people. I know there's some people watching, so I just keep saying it. If it rings a bell to anybody else, what I'm talking about, then yeah, the Black conservatives, they've always let me in. It's another group that always let me in. Or weird shit. Look, it's not an easy concept. That's why I think like people that have watched Star Trek and love it and any kind of real sci-fi, they have a more open mind. And let me tell you, this had to be intentional. Somebody had to reintroduce it to civilization because as heartbreaking as it is, somewhere we have forgotten it.
Mhm.
There are paintings similar to Joe's background where there's like little alien ships like that from the Gothic times. That's like the 1400s, the 15th, 16th centuries. All right. Till we got into what, Victorian or, I mean, no, well, yeah, that would be Europe. It's just, there's too much evidence everywhere,
Mhm.
everywhere around the world. We're just now allowed to see it more.
That's right.
There's always been conspiracies. There's always been, people were able to travel. They're telling others, they're telling family, oh, this is strange and whatever, but it's more than that, guys. It's more than that. I'm sorry, did you put the number in?
I actually shared the link. So all you have to do, hit that link and come in and chat. Say hi.
Let us in,
Hey,
sick
Alan.
box.
Hey, Joseph. What's going on? And everybody else that has just
My
dropped
own
in.
hair I got in my mouth. So I just posted into Sick Fox and I said, "Let us in, Sick Fox." What a what a
Yes,
group.
they do, Sarah.
I have Trump's women warriors, and I can't get as many subscribers as this sick fuck group. Why did you ever put me in there is beyond me.
I didn't even put myself in there. I don't even know how I got in there.
Okay.
And then they put me in this other
Okay.
group that's sick window lickers, sick fucks window lickers.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Man,
That's the one I'm talking about.
I just constantly
How many
fight.
sick fuck groups are like
There's sick fucks,
I don't even
there's
like
sick fucks, and then there's sick fucks window lickers. And I don't know how the hell I got in these groups, but I got in
Okay,
them.
enough of this.
And the window lickers one is
Oh my
political.
God, I'm not going to be able to post in any of the Melania groups.
And that one, you just sit there and you fight the Democrats. It's pretty cool to fight them because they're so stupid.
You know,
They,
that's
they act like they're so intelligent and they know so much.
I gotta
And then
just
they
say
go off
that
on
it's
these
not about
stupid
fighting though.
tangents that they don't know anything about what the hell they're talking about.
No, they're just
And
angry. They're just you can't. Well, they're
but they're
not
calling.
living on the human frequency that you're
I had one
supposed to
calling
be.
me a snowflake. I guess I'm a
Yeah, oh, I
snowflake.
remember you saying that. Yeah, I remember you
Wasn't
saying
that us that named them snowflake because the way
I
they
think it
were
was Sarah
acting?
Palin.
Yeah, Sarah Palin named them snowflakes. They forget. Oh, they forget, and they do not like her.
Oh, they forget.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also want to say thank you to like these other groups with hundreds of thousands of subscribers that believe in way past just the conspiracies.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few of them that let us in, and that's hard
Cool.
because they don't want to go backwards. They don't go backwards. When you read their writing, it's all forwards. You never think of the past. The past is done,
Yeah. What's done is done.
which makes it hard with media.
Mm-hmm.
How do you how do you understand what's going on in the world if it's already done and I don't so there are still things that they're trying, but you know what? They always have a beautiful answer. I'm telling you, some of this shit, human, it just can't be. I've never heard philosophies like that. Never. And I've heard a lot of freaking shit. I really have. I just,
Yeah.
I feel sometimes like I have the puniest mind, and I know that's not true. I know I have a pretty good head on my shoulders, but sometimes this shit makes you feel even smaller than I thought we were. And I have said many times that we are just ants, just colony of ants working here. Not really knowing why, just instinctively just doing what we got to do, right? We're not ants. Um, Why don't you go on with the next subject, which is what? I don't even know anymore. Nobody's coming in? She put the link and nobody's coming in. Oh, wait. Did you say they sent more money to the Ukraine
Sure.
recently?
Yeah, they did. They sure
Recently.
did. Yeah. Well, yeah, they're sending them $8 billion while um they're only giving the people in the Helene victims 500 or
Doesn't make sense,
yeah,
doesn't it?
700. Some
How does that even make sense?
doesn't.
What? Talking
That's
shit about
my
me?
Darian. He likes to yell.
Oh, I know. So who's watching? Who else is in the group? Just
Oh,
Sarah. I know a
there's
few
a few
people
people there.
watching, but
Yeah.
trying to get on. Let me put in the one news. Um,
Oh, look at that, man. There was an illegal alien has killed a prominent Georgia doctor. He was
right,
a
you.
drunk driver.
Blackbeard writing son.
So an illegal alien drunk driver killed a doctor in Georgia. So Georgia
Right.
has had very bad luck
Yeah.
with thing.
The illegal was a 41-year-old
Look,
man from Mexico, and the other
Can
guy
you
was
tell him
a
to skedaddle?
yeah.
You can hear
He
him.
is he's walking with water.
just spilled water all over.
But I see. He wears his love you. He wears his headphones, right?
Yeah. So he
So
can't
he
hear
doesn't.
very well.
Yeah. So he would have had to grab him and been like, "Come on." No, I'm just. He's a good kid. I just can't think. I can't think right now because there's something that's been bothering me, and I'm not sure. Are we ready to go on? Did you have
Yeah,
something
I
else?
was going to say that guy, the Lopez, was driving southbound on September 7th on a northbound exit ramp when he struck Goodchild head on. Police said Lopez was drunk when the accident occurred.
Yeah, so when you tie it in a knot, when you tie it in a knot. Sorry,
He was
I
a
wasn't
gifted
laughing at
surgeon,
you.
so
How old was he?
he was 50, 50.
R.I.P. Baby, rest in peace.
Yeah.
When she comes in bugs.
Um, I want to move on if we're done with that. Are we done with that?
Yeah. Yeah. He was, yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad. I mean,
Killed
it's
that
been
doctor.
happening all
Another
over.
one
These illegals are raping young girls. They're
killing us.
people. I mean, but are they the ones that just stick out in the media for some odd reason?
No, I mean, look, not all of them are bad. Yes, we get that. But the ones
Right.
that are bad are going to hurt us.
They need to go. I know.
Yeah, the ones that are
Um,
bad are going to hurt us. And 13,000 convicted murderers. Come on, people. Really? Really? 13,000 of them? They're
right.
convicted already of killing somebody in their own country, and that country let them in ours. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and all those people, all the Democrats that said don't close the border, have let these people in, and that is the government's first job is to protect us from these invasions. So they have committed treason against us.
Um, let me ask you, who went and searched P. Diddy properties? Who went and searched his properties? I mentioned them earlier. You're on mute?
No.
Oh. I don't want you to look it up. I know who it is.
Who?
It was Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Yeah? So the same guy, Mayorkas, who's
Mm-hmm.
sitting in fucking hearings in court every week or so, had his
Traitor to
guys
America.
wait, had his guys go and get a child trafficking, sex trafficking monsters properties. The same guy that's allowing people into our border. Do you comprehend what I'm saying? Does this make sense, guys? So the same
Exactly.
guy, the same gentleman, bald ass piece of shit, cowardly lion, that allowed millions to enter our country, did a great job at arresting P. Diddy and getting all his properties. These
Mhm.
are the same people,
And I thought that would have been a FBI event.
right? Well, the FBI can work with them, but they're not part of them, right?
Well, it's. I think they're going on the premise that it's child trafficking. So it was trafficking
Homeland
with
Security.
yeah, but
What?
it's actually FBI, right? It's an FBI president. There's a
Whatever
Judge
it
Joe Brown.
is,
Judge Joe Brown is the man that said that was an FBI precedent, not a Homeland Security precedent of them going and arresting P. Diddy like that. That should have been the FBI, not Homeland Security.
see? But there's little trails of hints, is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
You should listen to Judge Joe Brown. He's a smart
Oh,
man.
I do. Every time
I like
there's
that
something
guy.
new, I try to catch. I'm sure there's so many.
He's not
We're
on all the
knocking
time.
down.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We are not alone. There's 100 million of us.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolute more. There's more. Well, in America, it's different. In America, there's definitely enough that Trump will win probably
Mhm.
2 times over, which he probably did in the first place.
Yeah, we
But they
already
had
know he did.
to get the rest of them. They
Mhm.
had to pretend that they were safe,
Yeah. Well, I'm tired
that
of
they
the
had a
pretension.
Democrat in office that was theirs, that was their guy.
Mhm.
That's what they thought. They thought it was business back to normal.
Yeah, it's mop up time.
It was mop up time. Can't find this one group. That
Yeah.
just really that doesn't make sense to me that the same Mayorkas did
Mhm.
these two separate things, opposite, total opposite of each other.
Yeah.
Um, knock knock. It's time to wake up. It really is. There's
Yes, it
something
is.
else going on.
Yes, there is. All kinds of weird stuff. They were doing all kinds of weird stuff to us.
Did you?
Look at the school board thing where they were trying
Oh,
to they had
forgot about that.
the Biden administration officials planned to create a pretext for federal action against school board protests. Who's protesting at the school boards? Those were parents voicing their concerns as our legal right is. Remember, they tried to arrest me when I tried to get my kid's diploma. God, it was ridiculous. These people are so full of themselves. And
Right.
and I'm sorry to all you folks that think that these teachers are good people. Sorry. If they go along with the plan, they're good. They're not that good.
Oh God, yeah.
Goes with everything, goes with every organization out there. If you don't follow the rules of the organization and you break the rules, well, I don't think you're a good person if you break the rules constantly.
It doesn't.
I try so hard not to break the rules. I
Doesn't
really,
it
really do.
seem? Do you see the Matrix is? It doesn't. I know it doesn't sound. Oh my God. What the fuck, Facebook? I mean, like some of those pictures you get, I get a lot of these women. I am not gay, but oh my God. She must be like, I don't know, a K? I'm like, why? Why do they do this? we can't post about certain things, but they could show this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
But I have pictures of everything, pictures of
So,
content they took down. And,
so listen to what they said. This is the last part of that article.
oh, the board. Okay, we're still.
Yeah, the National School Board Administration and the White House created a plan for the trade association to request that the federal government investigate parents under the Patriot Act, according to the report. The White House was collaborating with the Department of Justice to execute the National School Board Administration's request at the same time the AFL reported. Which is the America First Legal Foundation.
Uh, did you send it to Helen
Yeah.
and Debbie?
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping Debbie would come on. She's an interesting lady. See, I'm just not convinced. Hello, Mac,
That what?
that all of this isn't an act.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense, then most likely it's not true. Um,
Well, some of the stuff is pretty far fetched, but some of the stuff they're actually doing, they'll get letters, they'll get fake letters from one person, fake letter from another person, and then they'll collaborate it with a law, and then they'll say, "Look, you're doing it. Look, see, he's doing it, man. Look, he's doing it." So then we got to put him in jail. So then they put him in jail, and then they forget about you, and then they leave you, and they let you rot in there like they did the January 6th prisoners. Remember, they violated those people's by if they're there, they violated their rights because notice how nobody's saying anything about those prisoners, and they never said that they let them
Trump
all go,
does.
huh?
Trump
Why
says
are they
something all
still
the
there?
time.
Why are they still there? Four and a
Because
half
they
years in solitary confinement? Do you know how do you know how do you know how much money we're gonna owe these people because the federal government put them in prison? Do you
do you
realize
still
that
believe
we
in
have to
money?
pay for their life
Do
now
you
when they
believe
had
in
a life?
magic? Because that's what money
They were
is.
contributors to
Just
life, and
paper.
now they can never contribute to life again because they're ruined.
Yeah, I
Jail
know.
ruins you.
I know
They
that.
fuck
That I
you up.
understand.
They're
I'm
they're
not trying
the
to make fun of these
jailers are
people.
pieces of shit. They're not right in the head.
They go nuts sometimes. Joe, when
Yes.
you have to deal with the public like that,
Yeah. All they see is
it
the
gets
bad side of life. That's
right.
it.
They were some of the worst.
Yeah.
The
So all they
correction
think is
officers.
everybody is that way. That's what they get in their head, that everybody is that way, which is not true, of course.
I don't know if they get that in their head, but I've definitely,
Seems like they
I've
do.
known two. I've served two in the bar. They would get off of work at strange hours, and the one I would have imagined he would have been behind bars. He was so nuts. I even remember his drink, Sapphire, the gin and tonic, Sapphire. That's top shelf, and that bar was top shelf. I'm not sure if it really is. Yeah, probably. But just mad, crazy. So I don't know, Joe, we needed help. We need things changed. I never believed in the prison system, and I think school is very similar to the prison system.
It is. Both
And if
are.
anybody's ever seen The Wall, Pink Floyd,
Mhm.
they would know that those children go into the meat grinder for a reason. That, like I said, shoving it right in your face,
Mhm.
building up that pyramid.
Yeah.
Fortunately, probably half of Pink Floyd was bad and the other half didn't really know. I'm not sure. Something's not right about that. They really tried to tell us.
What they shouldn't do is they shouldn't make you go to school. That's wrong. Because there are people in this world, and I'm sorry to say it like this, but there are people in this world that actually don't belong in school because they cause too many problems in school.
That is correct.
Mhm. Whether they're good or whether you think they're good or bad, If they're causing problems in school, they shouldn't be there. And the parents actually should
The whole
not be the
school
ones to
system.
pay the price because their kid is
Right.
acting out in school. How do the parents know that their kid is acting out in school if the schools refuse to tell them? Because I guarantee you they do not tell them. Not until the end of the quarter when they're supposed to tell them and have a parent conference and tell them, well, your kid's all fucked up. Sorry, ain't no shit we can do. We'll try to monitor you and we'll call you. We promise. Here, give us your phone number and we'll call you as soon as your kid acts up. And then they never do.
Did you read this, what people are saying in the chat?
No.
No.
Do I want to?
Yeah, go see what Max Boat Repair says. Max Boat Repair. I bet he uses more epoxy than I do.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten in, I haven't had time, but I do want to get into the epoxy art. I want to. People make it so stupid though. I would never do that. It's like book pages. I mean,
Yeah.
if you could read it, it made sense. I just seen some wacky shit, but I would just do something really nice. You could add paint to epoxy. Some people do these beautiful tables, and I'm like, but I liked it original. Whoever did the original table was so good. Like, some things don't need to be touched. That's a true artist. True artist knows when to leave shit alone, right?
Mhm.
Or we have what's called an eraser for a reason. Or if you're a painter like me, you paint over it for a reason. Anyhow, you wish life was that easy. Oh, it was a mistake. That was a mistake. Let's erase it. Let's go ahead. Sorry. Did you have another topic? I'm sorry.
Of course.
Oh, did you read what they were saying? I wanted you to say what they were saying. Read it. This is
Um,
fun.
about that last one, or in the last one, about the meetings when they were in the meetings. The Biden Harris, during those meetings, Biden Harris officials, including Jane Doe 1 and Jane Doe 2, made a plan to use a letter from an outside source, like I said, as a pretext for federal action, according to the report. It's kind of like them saying, well, that guy right there, look, he's a bad guy. You should check his guns. He tried to
No.
cut me off. You should take away his guns. And they do that.
I I was actually talking about the chat room,
Oh,
but that was pretty interesting anyhow. Because yeah, because yeah, it was. But I meant read what they were saying in the chat room. I'm still trying to find something. Something's bothering me. I've been bothered all day today.
indigenous people paint. I'm behind on that.
I
Paintings
love
about
it though.
beings
There's a
from the
lot of
sky.
people joining the
Yeah.
our
Yeah, I knew
conspiracy.
Indians had that from those paintings.
Read it out loud,
I did.
I didn't.
I did. Listen. Even indigenous peoples have paintings about beings from the sky. That's what Sarah wrote. And I said, yes, I have heard of those. And yes, they do make pictures
When you sit
of
back like
beings
that,
from the sky.
we hear gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Gobbledygook.
And then Alan says, hi, Carolyn and Jill. And then he says, you know, it's bad when you get people who never mention politics and they're screaming something has to change.
Right.
Exactly.
That's
Then they
so
don't
true.
get, yeah, something has to change.
Yeah.
What's the
Things are
change?
changing.
What are you
I don't
going to change? What are they going to change? Remember, they broke the system. They broke the system because they never enforced it. So it's their fault. It's all their fault. Everything they say, when they say, well, the system is broken, they broke it. They're the ones in charge.
Who? Who broke it,
Supposedly,
Joe? Who?
government. The
The
government.
government broke it? Are you
Yeah,
sure about
whoever's in
that?
charge. No, I don't even know who's in charge anymore. It's so confusing. But I know it's almost like the
Because
government's
Mayorkas
not
goes
in
after
charge.
and helps those protect those children from child trafficking through P. Diddy's properties in Miami and California and such. and then doesn't at the border. Could it be that they want them to come in, like I said?
Yes, they do want them to come in.
I
What
can't,
do
I
they do
can't
with
think
all the
they,
kids that came in? What did they do with them? They said they can't find them. You know, damn well they know where they are. You know they know. I
yeah.
know. I
There's just so many weird, he thinks it's
weird
time
stuff.
to just defund and disband FEMA, useless as a third teat. I love people. I love people. I really do, especially when they have a good sense of humor. Me thinks it's time to defund and disband FEMA, useless as a third teat. That's like something I'd say. I swear. I'm gonna give her a nice smiley. Love it. Oh, you gotta have
Exactly.
a sense of humor to deal with this shit, man.
Yep.
Guys, you really do, and you have to keep putting a smile on your face, keep trudging, because I guarantee next year, depending what you believe is the year line, that's another conspiracy, but it's going to be different. Everything as we know it will change because the storm, which is Trump, will have finally arrived,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Next month the storm's
Finally
gonna
have
arrive.
arrived.
The storm is starting. It's swirling. It's swirling strong. It's getting stronger and stronger. And by
Yes, it
the
is.
middle of this month, it's going to be blowing. And
It's
at the end of
always
the
been
month, it's gone.
strong. It's always been strong. They just didn't let us know.
Right.
People are like, oh, there's not that many of you, you mega cult. And I'm like, then explain
The Trump rallies.
the rallies. Do you see a bathroom filled going on? Where's Biden?
Yeah. Biden, he's at the beach.
Okay, so this morning there was a picture of him. He was flying around Florida.
Mhm.
They show this odd picture of him from like the back side. And I could already tell it wasn't Biden.
Probably wasn't him.
It wasn't Jim Carrey.
You know, there's a guy, there's a picture of him like fixing his mask.
Yeah, because they're trying to let it out. They are so trying to let it out. Um, I want to change our banner again. And I think it will have a contest, and the contest winner will get like a mega hat or something. Something to that effect. I haven't done a contest in like 3 years.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of baskets uh, for free raffles. I'd supply everything. For years I did it. And then COVID hit, it got really bad. I couldn't pull a penny out of people for anything. Um, but then I started doing free contests, just for a little mega hat here or a couple of magnets there. It's cute. It's always nice when you get something in the mail, especially when you're not expecting it or you don't know exactly what you're getting. I love doing that, making somebody smile. There's nothing wrong with sharing it either, people.
Mm-mm, not at
I'm not
all.
trying to, I, if you have it, you give it. Give a little forward. There's nothing wrong with that, at least until things are better, where people aren't afraid of um the toilet paper shortage. I mean, really?
Funny. That's funny. Well, they suspended the strike, didn't they, until after the election? How convenient. You can strike when after we elect President Trump.
The No, isn't it? It's already been right after
They
Trump.
suspended
Okay,
it.
yeah, they suspended
I
it.
don't know. That's just what I read, that it's
It's
suspended
so
until after
silly.
the election.
Somebody talked to somebody and said,
Yeah.
or somebody was
Not right now,
arrested.
man. Not right now.
He's the lowest of the pyramids. The the ports. I guarantee they got some of them in the beginning and people didn't notice because they had to have stopped the evergreens. I saw, we travel a lot, uh,
Hope they did.
and I've seen less and less of their trucks, evergreen trucks. In fact, maybe, well, not for a while anyhow. Haven't traveled for a while, but yeah, it was only like one or two in the last like six years maybe. But and I haven't been back to Bay Ridge, but I used to see them going to the ports to Manhattan. That they're huge, so many crates and containers. Who the hell knows
Mhm.
what were in them? I mean, of course, there were different other ship lines too, but I remember the
You
Evergreens.
put a
They were
lot in a
big.
semi trailer, and that's what basically what they are. They're just called overseas crates, is what they're called.
These things are massive.
I
They're
know. They
like
go in the
10
back of a
times a
truck.
trailer to 100 times a trailer. Massive, massive.
Hmm.
I mean, you couldn't have any boats around them. They would take up half the harbor, a quarter of the harbor. It's huge. I mean, there were smaller ones. They're tugboats too, but tugboats, I don't know. But no, some of them were just like five mansions, right? Livable. I don't know.
The
It's
ships with all the containers on them.
people. There were people in there. That's how sex trafficking is done. Under tunnels, on the seas, right?
Hmm. Sure
Probably
is.
on the plains. There's ways.
Yeah.
When you know somebody and you're getting paid for it, then
And who's the
hush,
borders
hush
are?
with that plane taking off, mum's the word.
And who's the borders are?
Oh, I don't know. What's her name? That
Harris?
chameleon looking thing. Well, look,
Harris? Yes.
was Trump
Jim
really
Jordan.
in?
Jim Jordan said she let in 1.7 million potential national security threats across our border. That's how many she let in, he said.
Ugh, I don't like JD Vance.
I don't
Look
even.
at him. So weird. I don't know why that bothers me. I'm sorry, I was listening, but I really wanted to know, was Trump really in knee-deep water in a suit and a life vest? Is this really a picture from 2 days ago?
I
I
don't
don't think
actually doubt
Facebook
it.
wants this picture. I mean, it could be fake, but I mean, the way
I don't think so. Trump's a guy that gets right down in the thick
I
of it.
agree with that.
I just can't say that it's fake because the guy does that. And you all know that he's not afraid to roll up his sleeves and get down in the muck of it all. So
I'm not exactly sure who this guy is, but Bill Bub Jr., right? When it comes time to pay taxes, I'm just going to send them 750 and tell them that's all I've got. There's no more to send. That's what it should have come down to years and years ago. An escrow. Put all your
yep,
taxes in an escrow and sued the federal government. But of course, we couldn't do it because there are laws they made where
yep,
either we couldn't do it or it would take, thousands of years because that's how
yep.
they always set it up.
They've made laws that protect them, which they were not allowed to make. Constitution forbids them to
They have,
make laws that protect them from our other laws. See, so that they like made the law where, well, nothing can touch us because we're lawmakers and we're just trying new things and we're not trying to fuck up your country by giving away all your fucking money. But they are. See, so they're saying that we can't prosecute them now because of that law. But you know what? That law shouldn't even be in the books.
the last amendment was in like 19, I might have been even the 1990s. If it wasn't the 70s, it was the 90s. So people don't realize that it wasn't that long ago we had our last amendment
Mhm.
added to the Constitution. And I believe it had something to do with legislative pay. I'm going to check that. Can you check that? Because I'm still looking for something like a little retard. I got to stop this stuff. I'm being slow about it. I'm not making fun of the people or anything because I can't find it. And it pisses me off. Manage all my groups. I did not know I had groups to manage like that. Facebook Trump supporters have freedom to speech. Ah,
The
yes, we do.
27th Amendment, also known as the Congressional Compensation Act of 1789 to the United States.
No.
That any law that increases or decreases the salary of members of Congress may take effect only after the next election of the House of Representatives has occurred.
That's not what I remember. Did I say it wrong then? I mean,
Well, that's the 27th Amendment.
that's the last amendment was the 27th.
That's what, yeah, I asked which was the last amendment. That's what came up. I thought we had Amendment 28. What's that? Isn't that where he's crazy and they got to get rid of him? Or is that 25?
What?
Where the president is crazy and they got to get rid of him like Joe
That's the
Biden was?
25th. That's the 25th.
So the 27th Amendment was the last one.
May 7th, 1992. I said it was the
Right.
90s.
Yeah.
I thought you said 1795 or something
The
stupid.
27th Amendment was originally proposed in 1789 as part of a set of 12 amendments introduced by James Madison.
Right. Yes, Madison. All right. 27th Amendment has been brought up in the news a few times, including in 2014 when Congress debated a budget proposal that would have linked congressional pay to the budget debate. Okay. Critics of the proposal pointed out that it would violate the 27th Amendment. Well, 2014, so that was right before Trump.
Yeah. I think they should ask the people of the United States if they can have a raise. That we are their boss after all. And you know what? When I want a raise, I have to go ask my boss, don't I?
Right, which would be
Hey,
us.
can I have a raise?
That would be
So why
us.
are they allowed to just give themselves raises off of our money?
They're not.
Exactly. They're not.
They still do somehow.
Yeah.
They find other ways, like money laundering.
Yes.
I gotta stop eating salt. Look at my eyes. I stopped eating M&Ms, but I always like sunflower seeds. But when I cut down on
Mm-hmm.
when I quit smoking, and then I cut down on chocolate, I'm like eating sunflower seeds nonstop. And salt, not the good salt, because that's not great salt. I mean, pink salt's good, black salt's good, every other color except for like white, which is on the sunflower seeds, is going to be bad salt. And it does. It makes you get like rings under your eyes and stuff. So I know I got to stop the salt intake. Maybe get my own and season them myself.
Pink salt.
Oh, hell yeah. We've roasted pumpkin seeds and all that. Oh, yeah. And 'tis the season soon, so I still can't find and she still hasn't found what she's looking for. I joined a new group and I can't for the life of me remember the name. And I just belong to too many. I love you all. Mwah. Donald Trump is back on Facebook, the XTM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the girl with the baby puppy. Oh God, I feel so bad for what's going on over there, but I honestly, I cannot believe it. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that people piled up on trees that should have been.
That's just weird.
It doesn't make sense that the guy said it that way.
Yeah. Piled
And
up on trees. Yet
I
yet from
heard them
what I
piled up
understand,
on.
there's only 33 deaths. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, no, that's only Georgia.
Oh,
What about North Carolina
yeah,
and
that's true.
where else did it go? Parts of
Florida.
Florida and
You would have thought that Florida would have gotten hit worse.
Jacksonville had hardly any wind,
I
nothing.
know,
And Gainesville is about 2 hours away
and yet it had to go
and a
through
half.
Florida first to get up to Georgia and North Carolina.
Mhm.
Why was the storm so bad in Georgia and North Carolina, but not Florida, where it first hit landfall? Isn't it more dangerous when it first hits landfall? How can it be dangerous, 3 times dangerous after it moves through one full country or one full state? I don't get that.
It should be
So did
calming
anybody
down.
question that? How did it get so nasty and devastating in North Carolina and Georgia, but not Florida? Are you fucking with me? Somebody fucking with me?
You said it. That's exactly it. Somebody is messing with us, but we have been told time and time again that we're being well taken care of. Well, this is the conspiracy groups that we're being well watched, well taken
Mhm.
care of. We just have to sit back, relax. Things are going okay. People are crying. There are always going to be civilians hurt in any operation. Uh, but I don't believe money at this point would help anybody. Exactly. I mean, these people need homes. They need a place to stay. They need something to eat. They don't need to have money so they could go to a hotel. I mean, what? So there's different ways of looking at these crises. And I'll tell you, at the worst of it, I've never heard that there's bodies on top of bodies, that they're not letting anybody help and clean up.
It's just weird.
This is It's beyond weird. This is humanity. Humanity helps people. 9/11. They came from all over to New York, all
Mhm.
over,
Yeah, they even came from
across the
Albuquerque.
country. Hell yeah, they did.
Hmm.
Why would anybody think that they were going to stop flying in to help people over there? And who would say no? Who said no to that anyhow? Who did say no to it?
Other countries.
No, no.
What
Joe,
country? What country stood up?
who said no to flying to help flying into Georgia and North Carolina and helping those people?
Oh, FEMA. They said FEMA was blocking them.
What does FEMA have anything to do with it? FEMA's only money.
I don't know. Doesn't make
When
sense.
do they make choices like that? Wouldn't that be,
How did FEMA block a physical helicopter?
there are things that we're not being told here, and I assure you, it's not totally bad. It can't be. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense, guys. All right. Did nobody want to come in? I guess not.
Otherwise, we would have
You,
had them come in. It's been probably over an
you
hour.
think so? Well, it is Friday night.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
Helen is in the
everybody's partying.
chat. Why aren't you looking at the chat, buddy?
Everybody's partying. Oh, Helen, there's Helen. She just came in because I was just in the chat.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree, Joe. Sometimes I get more confused than a zebra with the barcode scanner.
Yeah, I already saw that one.
It's cute, Sarah.
Yeah, I
Um,
know. I know.
the weather is geoengineered, yes. That's what Helen says. Damn right, Helen says Sarah. And that
Mhm.
water,
Yes.
ended up 30 feet high, and the people were heading to the rooftops and trees. That's how they were in the trees. Yeah, but 30 feet, so that's not even 3 stories. It just, I know it's ravenous winds, and I know what a hurricane is like. I've been through a few of them now. But even in New York, we've been through Sandy was pretty bad. And I worked during that day. It was my birthday and I worked. But luckily Bay Ridge was high up. So we got a lot of people coming into our area after that were um their houses and stuff got destroyed, or they just had no electricity and stuff. I don't I don't remember hearing stories like that about Katrina.
Nope. Katrina hit it. It was worse when it first hit landfall.
The whole
Not after it
right.
tore through few states. It calms down after they tear through a few states, I thought. Don't
So
they?
I agree with you, Mama. It's bioengineered, but the places that it hit, there it wasn't for the good guys.
Well,
They got the bad guys, I think.
was this is this a do you think that this could be maybe a Hawaii thing where they use
Sort
the
of,
laser again?
well, it's not lasers exactly,
Or they
but
use something to destroy these people's homes and destroy these people? Because remember, they don't care about human life. That's why that's
there's
why they start
there's always going to be
wars.
casualties, is what I keep saying. I know they don't care about
Yeah.
human lives, but this just nothing is sitting well.
Mhm.
There's the Chimney Rock has a lot of quartz. Piedmont Company is in bed with Elon. That's what I've heard. I think that's the one you shared, Mama. Or I don't, or was it Cheryl? One of you shared that. I think Mama shared it. And they keep pushing the lithium.
Mhm.
But this kid said that there was 3,000 missing and 1,500 turned up dead, and just seems like they were saying something about them not being able to get out of they didn't want to leave. They were trying to be paid. They were asked by the government. They were going to get paid to move out of that property. Why would they destroy it? If they wanted people to move out so they could preserve the area for whatever reason they wanted, take out all the lithium, build and quartz, build themselves a mall there, have a back door where they could take out the rest of it every now and then. I mean, something it just doesn't make sense. They want to go in there with bulldozers. I mean,
Mhm.
so they want to get rid of the evidence yet again. There's just it's not making sense, guys. And like I always said, like Judge Judy always says, if it doesn't make sense, most likely it's not true. All right, let's say goodnight anyhow. It's getting late. It's already 12. Arr. I want to do a couple of things. I want to show you a couple of things if you're still awake, Joe. Work on a background. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Mama Helen,
Always
Sarah,
fun.
Max Boat Repair. There's a few other
Yep.
people in the
And
chat.
tell them.
And I hope you guys understand we're gonna have that reptilian talk coming soon. Next week, next weekend. Friday or Saturday, maybe Sunday. I don't know. You think it's funny, do you?
I was doing a reptilian.
They did that, what was that show? Dwayne used to bring it up all the time. Lost, uh, where they went back, where they see dinosaurs. They live in with the dinosaurs.
Oh, Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost,
Mhm.
which they remade a movie.
Yeah.
And the reptilian things, they have big eyes
Slee
because
Stacks. Slee
right,
Stacks.
Slee Stags were the group, right?
Slee Stacks.
Yes, I know, Slee Stacks. They were Slee Stacks. I can't say it. They were the green guys, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But what was the main character's name? The Slee Stack.
I can't remember. He was not a green though.
He wasn't?
Oh, he was like red or orange or something.
No, wait.
Mm.
Hey, Joseph. Wait, I gotta look this up because I thought it was um and then we'll go. There's also another thing I want to bring up, and that's caste systems domination. We're gonna
Ooh.
go over that. Um Caste, Caste, look it up. It's it's it matters. It matters. And I'm very happy that I heard the term today. Can't remember the woman. Her last name was Wright, Wright, I believe. And she's spitting out about P. Diddy. Oprah's another one we got to go over.
Yeah. Yeah. She- yeah. We're not saying anything right now.
Why not?
Oh, gee, I wonder. Busted.
I'm just trying to find the cast. What was it?
Slee Stacks.
Yeah, but how do I look it up?
Who was the main Slee Stacks?
Sleep. I really want to go to sleep, but it's like 2 minutes to 12, so we'll give it to 12.
Enoch.
What is it?
Enoch.
Enoch.
Enik. Enoch.
Enoch. I think
Leader
there's
of
a
the
reason. Oh, look, wow, that's weird. Enoch is an Australian, no,
Slash.
Australian, Altrusian, the intelligent predecessors of this. It looks like Doctor Who, I swear. The Marshalls.
The Marshall family.
Right. There was something about that they were giving away, but um, am I wrong? I used to watch it when I was very young, but didn't they use crystals and they used to turn little
Yeah.
things?
Yes, they did. Hmm. They sure
Quartz.
did.
I wonder
Oh,
what they
yeah.
mean.
And haven't they found like footprints on the rocks or some kind of handprint or whatever in that three finger thing? You know, that three finger thing. Look at that. See, kind of like
Right.
that.
Yes,
Just
that's
saying.
good that you
That's
could
how,
see that.
and that's how the Slee Stacks work. That's what kind of hand they have,
Right.
and feet.
Enoch, Enki, and Enoch and Enoch might be the same thing. That's what I was thinking of, and I think that's what Dwayne was trying to tell us, but he doesn't come on till Sunday, so I'm gonna have to ask him. There was something interesting about that whole thing, but like I said, they have to stick it in your face to get the brownie points.
Yeah.
There's a lot, I mean, there's so much of that being proved. I watch Jaguar all the time. Jaguar Wright. That's it. That's who she is. Thank you guys. Thank you. Jaguar Wright. She's fantastic. I've caught her before. with some conspiracies, but lately she's coming out because she knows a lot about P. Diddy, and she ain't afraid to talk. And she shouldn't be because most of them are
Good.
gone. They're
Good.
gone. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night. It is now 12 a.m. on the Eastern Front. No. Love you guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something.
Thank you guys.
Or
Appreciate
just for stopping in and being your beautiful selves.
it.